those numbers are really disturbing. I speak to police officers very regularly. I speak to prosecutors and defense attorneys very regularly, and I have my own experience. You know, the juvenile crime issue is a big problem recently. It's the juvenile crime rates have been going up. The levels of very serious crimes of juveniles have gone up. And look, it's a delicate situation, because you don't want to just say, well, this person is a juvenile, let's just treat them like an adult. Obviously their brains are still formulating, they're still learning, they're still in school, hopefully, but at the same time, you don't want to just treat them with kid gloves, because they are in many circumstances acting like adults, right? And the real question is, the age is 18, right? Is a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old who's 6'3" to be treated like an adult, or are they different than like a 4'5" 11-year-old? I was very short as a little kid. Some people are as big as an adult, so I think that it's really iffy. But you don't want to teach these kids the wrong lessons. So when I was a prosecutor, I never was a prosecutor at Juvenile. When I was there, we had the choice to either apply to be a prosecutor in the juvenile division for a period of time, or to be a DUI specialist. I really don't like DUIs. They kill people, and they're not taken as seriously as they should. So I decided to become a DUI specialist. However, the general feel and the reputation of being a prosecutor in the juvenile crime world is that it's a revolving door. And it only got much, much worse under Aramis Ayala and Monique Worrell, because, I don't have any kids, but I was a kid, and I have everyone I know was a kid, and I'm not saying that we need to treat our kids like adults all the time, but sometimes you got to have a little tough love.
Yes, there are consequences to our actions.
And additionally, one thing that people don't talk about is that there's a lot of discussion of reducing gun crimes. Many gun crimes result from kids, juveniles, walking around parking lots, trying door handles. The door handles open, they look for stuff in the car. Too many people who lawfully own firearms accidentally, or through just rushing or whatever, leave their firearm in their vehicle. It gets stolen, and then it gets passed around. And it's not necessarily like the 15-year-old kid that finds the gun is looking for a gun. And then once they do get the gun, it's not like they're the ones that are committing the serious crimes. These guns in poor neighborhoods get passed around, whether they're sold or whether they're just given. So there's so much discussion about how to stop firearm crimes and death and things like that. Securely storing your firearm is so important. Every police agency should have a public service campaign about properly storing your firearms.
I like that.
There's a lot of good that can be done with public service campaigns.